So I heard that you guys wanted to know how to flip that tax money. You want to grow the money without actually having to put in the work to grow the money. You want to know the secret sauce on how to take that tax money and make more money. If this is you, let's get into it. It's your girl K650 Credit, and today we are talking about how to actually flip your tax money using a high yield savings account. If you don't have a high yield saving account, if you have no idea what the heck I'm talking about, I'll explain all the details in this video. So, you guys know, let's get comfortable before we get into the tea. All right, so I dropped a video the other day and
all right, y'all. I don't mean to be all in y'all business, but I know taxes just dropped and I want to tell y'all something. So come here. All right, so you're going to take at least $500. It doesn't have to be $500, but we're going to say $500. And you're going to go open up a high yield savings account. So when I say high yield, meaning that the savings account is going to earn you 4.65% on your money. So you don't have to do anything but put the money in there and the money is going to grow. I was talking to a friend of mine and they already do this and they are making a cool $1,000 a month off of the money they put in there. Yes, they put in more than $500, but they do absolutely nothing every single month and get a check inside of their bank account for $1,000 just by having their money in the right place.
And of course, 60 seconds did not do the job. So I thought, why not? Let's make a whole video out of it so I can explain thoroughly what a high yield account is, what I mean by flipping your tax money, so forth and so on. So basically, you can do this with any money, but because I know that everybody's been getting their taxes and things like that, it was, in my opinion, the best time to bring it to the people and explain how this whole thing is done. So, about maybe like 6 months ago, Apple dropped a high yield savings account. So, high yield basically means that the savings account actually earns more than a traditional savings account. So, normally we open savings accounts and they only like grow pennies on the dollar. This particular high yield savings account usually grows 4.65% APY, so meaning annually. Now, the cool thing about this savings account is that you don't have to like do anything special. Like, when you get a CD or something like that, you got to like go all through these signatures and docs and all this stuff. Opening a high yield account is literally as simple as opening a checking account or a traditional savings account. Um, Apple dropped this about 6 months ago. However, it's not like a new thing. But when Apple dropped it, I noticed that I saw so many other people actually had high yield savings accounts. So, one question that I got on Instagram was, well, what bank do I go to actually get a high yield account? And the banks that I'm familiar with, and I'm not saying these are the only banks, but these are the banks that I'm familiar with, it's going to be Capital One. They have a high yield savings. Um, a credit union, I know that's in Stamford. If you're not in Stamford, look up your local credit union, but I know credit unions do offer this. I personally have the Apple one. The way you get an Apple high yield savings is if you have an Apple credit card. So you can't just open the account unless you already have a credit card with them. So that's kind of like their incentive for you to get both of their products. But those will be the three off the top of my head that I know about. I'm not saying there's not any more out, but everybody can go get a Capital One. If you already have an Apple or if you have a local credit union, you can go there. Do not make this more complicated than it has to be. Somebody asked me, do you have to keep depositing money into this account for you to be able to grow the yield or grow 4.65%? No, this is not something that you have to feel obligated to deposit it in, and that's the only way you're going to get the benefits. If you just put one lump sum of money inside the account is going to grow over time. Me personally, I actively put in money into this account just like any other vehicle that I have that is going to grow me money. The only one account that I do not continuously depositing in is a CD because you open it up with a fixed amount until the term is over. But all the other things, my Roth, my high yield savings, um, life insurance policies, like all those things, I literally continuously deposit money into monthly. Now, you do not have to do this. You can do whatever works for you. But the more money you put in, the better. So if you are going to do this, I would recommend just saving your money in this account opposed to any other account that you are using, or have this account and the other accounts. Like, this is not the only savings vehicle I have, it's one of many. But my whole purpose of sharing this with you guys is because this year I want all of us to get used to making money and having the money make more money. Like, stop using all the money or letting the money even sit there. For me, before I got into finances and all this other stuff, I had money just sitting there, like literally was doing nothing. And one day I was like, this money hasn't grown at all. And that's kind of when I discovered high yields and I discovered Roth accounts and I discovered all this other stuff, life insurance and the growth of it, all that stuff. And I started kind of becoming obsessed with the fact that, okay, if I just put the same money that is sitting over here in other places, it can grow and I don't have to do anything for it, like nothing. It just sits there and it grows. And one of the money that he gets off the dividend actually pays for his life insurance, and his life insurance is also growing at a 5% rate. So now his money is working twice for him opposed to not working at all. It's going into one account, that one account is paying for another account, and that account is growing 5%. So my goal for you and anybody watching this video is, don't overcomplicate this. You can literally go open it, put some money in, and watch it grow. But if you got your taxes and you're like, I don't know what to do, but I want to do something different, I want to become a little bit more um, in control of my money. I want to essentially, I don't want to keep repeating the same cycle. And I swear, I was having a conversation with my best friend last night, and I wholeheartedly do not want to repeat the same thing that has been happening generations and generations and generations and generations. Like, let's start doing something differently. And the doing something differently is, one, becoming educated about how to do something different, and then two, actually executing the plan. Don't learn about this. Don't hear me talk about this. Don't finish this whole YouTube video and then go do nothing. I'm telling you, it's not that complicated. It's not that hard. You don't have to be like a millionaire to do this. You can start where you are. This is literally for everybody. So I hope this helped you. I hope this clarified some things. I hope this answered as many questions that I got on the video when I posted it. And if you guys do have any questions or want to know more about it, just comment below. Make sure you share this video with somebody that can actually use it. And subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys on another episode.